I'm Earl Stewart. I welcome you to Earl Stewart on Cars. How to buy, lease, maintain, or repair your car without being ripped off by a car dealer.
Is the golden age of leasing cars over? And I ask this as someone who's leased my last 6 cars, like 15 to 18 years going back, and it was always such a good deal. And I'll give you an example. My last 2 leases are Toyotas, and it's a $31,000 Camry. And in 2018, the payment was $260. In 2021, the payment jumped $110 to $370. But it's still a $500 and change car to buy outright. Now that I'm up for a new lease, the payments are looking like $480, another $110 jump, where I could just buy the car for a little over $5. And that makes me think, like, do companies not want us to lease anymore? And I'm just wondering, is the glory days of paying half of what you buy the car for over?
Well, Scooter, are you shopping the lease just like you'd shop a purchase? Because I don't see any difference. To me, the big difference between leasing and buying is if you're not an educated consumer, the dealer can take advantage of you a lot easier with a lease. It's a lot easier to flim-flam a customer with a lease than it is a purchase. But when you boil it down to the arithmetic of calculating a lease and the arithmetic of buying a car, if you are a smart buyer, there are 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I always recommend buying rather than leasing because the average consumer gets hosed when they lease a car. In the average car dealership, the profit on a lease is roughly double the profit on a purchase. And but if you understand capitalized costs, you understand lease factor and all the other residual value and your option to purchase and all that, which is complicated, if you understand it, it doesn't make any difference whether you lease or buy the car. I personally think that as customers become more educated, which they are, and as the transparency comes to light more and more with the FTC regulation combating auto retail scams, and with the reform of car dealerships, the way they treat customers, I think leasing will be predominant. At one time, it was a third of all transactions, and then it dropped off to about 15 or 20%. I think it'll be 75% because it's more convenient. You can tailor the lease to your cycle. Some people want to get a new car every 3 years. Some people want to get a new car.
That's how I've always been,
Yeah. So, no, I don't think it's dying off. You just need to shop and compare more and look at the numbers. Here's a possible real factor that might affect lease prices today. I just thought of it. The leasing companies really got surprised with this whole COVID thing and with the supply chain interruption. So the residual values that they had on the car were way off. See, with a 36-month lease, I'm a leasing company. I have to say, what is that car going to be worth in 3 years in the future? Now, you look at your crystal ball, and you got to be pretty good to know what a car is going to be worth in 3 years. And the leasing companies really got surprised when they found out what happened with the value of cars. So the smart buyer was buying their cars at thousands of dollars below residual. So I think it might be an overreaction on the part of leasing companies, and perhaps the average lease price today is higher, and maybe today a purchase price, if you're shrewd, you're a good negotiator, will probably be better than leasing the car. Hi, this is Earl Stewart. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to be notified of new videos that we post to our YouTube channel, simply click on the subscribe button and the bell icon in the lower right-hand side of the screen.